Wow.
Maniac. It's a fucking maniac.
We're fighting already.
Oh my God.
Has there ever been a week where we don't fight?
No.
Scene one, take one. Marker.
Maybe we should have a therapist on our talk show.
This all came down to finances.
Oh my God. I told you I didn't want to start the podcast this way. I don't feel right about it. Also, you got to turn this around because all I'm doing is looking at my blurry self. In other news.
No, you don't want to talk about it? You don't want to talk about it?
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I didn't follow through with Spirit. But in my heart of hearts, I know I'm going to be on hold for 2 hours. And then they're just going to tell me they're going to give me a voucher. And I'm going to be real with you. I'm not flying Spirit to Colorado. So that's just going to be a voucher you never use.
Okay.
Because I know for a fact you're never flying Spirit anywhere either.
I was about to fly it to Vegas. How much money did we lose on our Spirit flights?
I would say $500. And I didn't want to tell you because it's not like a we lost it. It's like a you lost it. And I know that that's got to hurt.
On top of the money that you never called Chris back in Vegas.
We don't deserve that money.
We've got to move on from Vegas.
We don't deserve the money from Chris back. I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to get real. We're going to rip that Band-Aid off. We lost that money. That was not Chris's fault. That what is it called that we
Hotel,
stayed in?
the
That
Wynn.
hotel owes us nothing. No.
I beg to differ a little
Yeah,
bit.
I know you do.
Okay, we need to stop rehashing Vegas because my Vegas vlog did go live this past weekend, and a few people were like, I've seen this 100 times. I'm like, I know. There were 5 podcasts. Lizzie vlogged about it, and I vlogged about it. But you know what? I do think it's one of my favorite vlogs on the channel just because it's such an adventure.
As a person who watches your vlog regularly,
Those are 2 very different things. Rarely
I
and
would
regularly.
say it's rarely and a regular rarity.
Right, okay.
I loved this one.
Well, you were the star of it.
That's not why I loved it. I'm going to be real with you.
Right.
It was the editing. I thought you edited it really fun.
Thank you.
I liked the music that you placed on. I thought it was very funny.
I
thought it was a great edit. I literally stopped Joe and I was like, watch this part.
I spent a lot of time on the edit, and there was 2 hours of raw footage, and I cut it down to 30 minutes, and I just spent a lot of time on it. So, I mean, go enjoy it if you haven't seen it already.
I personally enjoyed it.
Thank you very much. It has a good storyline because you don't know, and then you know. I mean, whatever. Hello, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of The Sip. I'm Ryland Adams, of course, joined by
Lizzie Gordon.
Hello, everybody.
Hi. Wow. If we're not in sync, I don't know who is.
I think, if girls were going to have periods in sync, it's us.
Yeah, we flow in.
Your zipper's undone.
God damn.
I don't think they can see that.
Doesn't matter. I
So-
can't stand to be in a conversation with that kind of vulnerability. It's embarrassing.
You have a thorn in your paw?
Yeah, dude. Thorn in my fucking paw. Guess how I got that? Holding your dog's leash on our walk where I got 3rd-degree sunburns last Monday. Hope you're happy. I'll never recover.
You don't think I did take Lizzie in the wilderness? Because right across the street from our house is a trail in the middle of the mountains. And it's
A trail.
It has the river. No, it's like a mountain trail. And it has
like a trail.
It has the river streaming through it. It is gorgeous. You
It's
can't
beautiful.
lie
It's
about that.
It's beautiful. It's cinematic. It's like fairies live there. And I was feeling in my heart of hearts like we were in danger of being attacked by a rattlesnake.
Okay.
And he goes, but look how happy the dogs are.
They were so happy.
And then later that day, what did you find?
My gardener called me and he said, come out here. And I went out there and there was a big, huge fucking rattlesnake. And now I am on edge, sister.
Yeah, dude.
Like-
It took 3 years since Rattlesnake Randy was on your property for you to believe him that this is a rattlesnake nesting ground.
I had never seen in the 4 years that we've lived at this house a rattlesnake on our property.
Mm-hmm.
And now I am pretty terrified because I can't monitor, when I let the dogs out in the morning, I can't follow all 3 of them at the same time. And
you
it's
should have Rattlesnake Randy come back and set up those rattlesnake prevention fences.
where it deters the rattlesnakes from coming in.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do that because I am really afraid of it. And then after I had seen that rattlesnake, the gardener took care of it for me. Thank God. He was not scared
What
of
did
it.
he do?
He killed it.
I know, but how?
I don't think we should get into it.
I need to know because you're with a stick, and I'm like,
Maybe there's
it leads to a lot open was a stick to
Listen.
the dome. Because I feel like if I'm the gardener, I'm grabbing a shovel and I'm beheading it.
My mama instincts kicked in, and I was like, I have 3 children that run around this yard, and I just
No,
need
the
it
snake
to be
deserved to
gone.
die. We're all on that page.
I don't know if everyone agrees with that. I don't
Well,
know
that's
where people live
insane.
with rattlesnakes, but it was huge, and the gardener was right up next to it, poking it as it's just going. And I was like, "You're not scared?" And he's like, "Oh no, it's not going to strike unless I'm within feet of it."
How did he kill it?
I can't tell you.
Did you watch it happen?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Did he stab it to the face with the stick?
Lizzie,
Just tell me. People
It's
want to
too
know.
gruesome. It's too gruesome.
It's not too gruesome.
If you want to know, I have an only. I'm kidding. I don't.
What happened?
Shut up.
Tell me.
So then I was on Instagram stories and somebody I know was at the emergency vet with their dog, but posted a photo of a dog that had just been bitten in the face by a rattlesnake. And the dog's face was like enlarged times 8.
Yeah.
It looked like a cartoon character.
My girlfriend's dog got bit by a rattlesnake, and that was also a nightmare. They also had to kill the rattlesnake that was in their backyard because it's just not safe. Theirs was bitten by a baby, which is actually worse. The smaller the snake, the more venom they release because they don't have control of it.
I'm going to have to rewatch our own episode when Rattlesnake Randy was on.
Yeah, there's a lot to be learned from this, but I do feel personally like if a rattlesnake is on your property, it is your due diligence to behead it. Or like whatever, behead it. I think that is actually, like, I'm not even being dramatic. I think you need to behead it.
I think the proper way is actually to relocate, but I don't know.
I don't think that's true, and I don't think anyone at home should be trying to relocate a rattlesnake.
Okay, let me call Rattlesnake Randy and I'll
please
get back
do,
to
because
you.
he's going to tell you either stay the fuck away from it until he can get to your house, and then he, a trained professional, can relocate it.
Right.
Or
Not me. I'm
grab
not
a gun
relocating it.
and pop a cap in its head.
I don't think the gun is the smartest way to do that.
I don't know.
I think if you're going to do anything, it's like machete.
Yeah,
The gun is like,
I concur.
okay.
It's a machete to the fucking throat or a shovel. I really need to know what happened with this stick and your rattlesnake, and I can't believe you
We'll
won't
talk
just tell us.
about
You're being
it
such
later.
a pussy. These people want to know.
I do also want to say, like, Shane's podcast went live where the Uno incident of him having a seizure had happened. I guess I don't know why I'm telling this podcast, because if you watch this podcast, you already know. But on the vlog, a lot of people were like, you're just in Vegas while your dog's, like, ill.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
this
that
was months ago.
filmed months ago. And
Yeah.
we've had conclusions on this podcast.
And Uno is good.
Uno is fine. I'm not
Yeah.
gallivanting around Vegas while my dog is unwell.
Yeah.
And Lizzie did not break her sobriety in Vegas.
No, I didn't break my sobriety in Vegas. I had a fucking virgin. What was that?
An
espresso martini with no alcohol in it.
What are they called?
Espresso martini.
No, the virgin ones. I don't know.
Oh.
A mocktail.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, I just thought it was funny. We were having so much fun in Vegas.
So much
People
fun.
thought there's no way she's not drunk.
Oh, I thought they just assumed that because they saw me cheers a mocktail.
I know, but I literally had a subtitle on top of us saying,
Can I also just add something?
Yeah.
What's the alcohol in an espresso martini? Is it vodka?
I believe.
Because that sounds fucking disgusting. Like, low-key so nasty. My friend Haley and I, when we were in high school and heavy drinkers, we would run out of chaser for our Sky vodka. And one time we like used milk and it was like wretched. So why the fuck would you mix? I don't know. It just seems bad to me. It's not the play. It's not the play.
Okay.
What? Do you want to know why I'm exhausted
No.
today?
I don't like, you're always exhausted.
There's a different reason today.
Okay. What's going on?
Not to flex on you hoes, but I have already rode over 3,000 meters this morning.
Wow.
Thank you. I know that was the second time for you to hear it, and it felt like this time it hit you with a better
Well,
impact.
I was trying to comprehend what that means
It's
in
a
my
lot.
head. Like, how many is...
Yeah, it's an exhausting amount.
What's the leaderboard? Like, what is...
I know I probably did the second best of my rowing group.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't imagine working out before this show.
Oh my God, I love it. But it, like on an Inferno day at Orange Theory Fitness, it's like a lot.
But I think that's why you're dying inside always. It's
Well,
because
no,
you
no,
wake
it's
up
not
too
always.
early.
It's not always.
It's always.
No,
Point out in
if
next
I've
episode.
dealt with Joe and his sleep demon, I will cancel the class in the morning and not go because I need to sleep more. Because the sleep demon has sucked my soul from my
Have
body.
you guys like met and talked
We
about
have.
this?
We have had a big, long, extensive talk.
Really?
Yes, I took him out in the backyard and took a machete to the throat. And that's how you deal with that. And it's never going to be a problem for me again. It's been great. I've never slept better in my life.
Okay.
No, we had a talk and we have a new policy. He sleeps with the nasal strip on. He faces the wall. We also play nightmare music really loud, and that drowns out the snoring. And I also wear the sleep mask from one of our sponsors. Can I say it?
Yeah.
Bliss. I've been wearing the Bliss sleep mask and using the sleep spray in my room.
I think it's Blissy.
Blissy. Love you. Honestly, do. Love them.
They're actually sponsoring today's episode. So.
And I literally love the fucking product. I've been spraying the Blissy smell over my bedroom, and it helps me sleep at night.
Okay,
and
save something for the ad read.
Okay, I will. But anyway, so that's been helping. And I bought myself some more feather pillows, and I put a feather pillow over my head. So between nightmare music, Joe facing the wall, wearing a nasal strip, sleep mask, and a feather pillow, I am dead to the world.
Not divorced.
Not divorced yet. It's okay, Mom. I got calls from my mom all week. Are you guys okay?
Really?
Yeah.
Did you
I was
get
like,
any
no,
word
we're
from
not
his
okay.
mom, who secretly watches the podcast?
No, Marge, I did not hear from you. That's not true. She texted me that she loves me. Well, she group texted us that she loves us. Don't be scared, moms. Joe's still alive and our marriage is okay. Does anyone believe me? No, I'm just kidding. It's wonderful.
Okay. Sorry. What's going on with these Netflix live shows? What are you?
Yeah, nothing's going on with these Netflix live shows because Netflix is a fucking bum.
What do you mean?
Okay, so listen, usually I don't give a flying fuck about Love is Blind. Like, I will literally wait until all the episodes are out and then just like watch the first 3 episodes and then go to the weddings and fast forward to see who says I do and I don't. And this season, I've actually been low-key captivated. There's been hella drama. Shit's been hitting the fan left and right. I'm not going to do any spoiler alerts because I've learned that you people hate them.
Wow.
Grow up. Fast forward 3 seconds. Jesus Lord. Anywho.
Maybe they're like changing their baby's diaper and they can't get to the fast forward enough, and then you've ruined something great for them.
You know what?
Have some empathy.
My phone's on loud.
My sister's texting you?
Probably about Love is Blind. So I've been really fucking into this season, and they left multiple cliffhangers. Like before the weddings, we had to wait an insane amount of time for the wedding episode to come through to know like who married who. And the editing was particularly like evocative. Is that a word? Or is it provocative?
You're asking the wrong person about words.
I know. I'm alone in this room. Anywho, they play the wedding episode, and like there are a few people who get married where I was like, there's no way these people lasted. You know what I mean? They fucking hate each other. I can't believe they said I do at the altar. So I'm dying to see the reunion episode because like a year's gone by now and you can actually see where these relationships have settled. Love is Blind is a show where you meet people in a pod where you cannot see their face. There's a screen between the two of you. You date for like 2 weeks, and then without seeing this person you propose marriage, and then you pretend that you've been in a regular relationship.
Actual
it's a little bit like
marriage
what Chris is
licenses?
into. Just kidding. Actual marriage licenses.
Okay, and so now it's been a year since they filmed, and the reunion was a year
last
later.
night, and Netflix was trying to do that we're going live shit. So I waited all fucking day until 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to watch this fucking live stream. I saved up laundry. I was going to do Mr. Bubs's meal prep. I was going to make dinner and vlog it all during the live stream. And guess the fuck what?
Didn't work.
Didn't work. But I never knew why it didn't work because I was like, I can't Google this because I'll get spoilers, and I don't want spoilers. I want to watch the fucking live reunion.
So what happened?
75 minutes go by. I'm texting all my friends that watch the show. I'm like, have you been able to get it? And they're like, no. Or like, I'm waiting for my husband to get home from work. And I was like, well, keep waiting, dude. Because even this morning, I went back to Netflix to try and watch it this morning, and it's not even a playable option.
Yeah. Remember when I tried to watch Chris Rock?
Yeah, and I gave you shit, and I thought you were the problem.
No.
And like, low-key, I am so sorry.
Thank you.
I am so sorry. But it's fucking annoying. They really shit the bed. You shit the bed, Netflix. Some people did get access, and I watched about 30 minutes of it on someone's TikTok stream.
Of course you did.
It's the way, I mean, and then my phone died and I lost the stream, so I never got to finish the episode, and I'll never be able to find that shit again. So, the fuck you, Netflix. I'm dying to know how Kwame's doing. I hope he's okay. Oh, Jesus.
Well, in happier news,
Yeah.
your birthday's coming up.
No, that's sad too.
What? Why is that sad?
I don't think anybody's coming to my birthday.
What do you mean?
I sent out 33 invitations via text over the weekend.
I've already put it in my calendar with 2
Oh,
notifications.
you're one of 3 people who can come.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's not like that.
27 people are busy.
Is it like another
Do
festival
you think
or
it's
something?
personal?
What's going on?
I don't know, but it hurts. No,
Wow.
it doesn't hurt. I feel like no matter what, there's going to be 100 balloons at least. and I'll have my karaoke mic. So it's like I'm gonna have a good time even if no one
Oh
comes.
gosh. I've got to find an exit strategy.
It's only 3 hours. I don't know if you looked at the
3 hours
invitation.
of karaoke? I will die.
It's not just karaoke. I'm playing my favorite movie. Originally, okay, I'm gonna be real. Originally, I was gonna have a Jesus-themed birthday because it's my 33rd year, and that was the year that Jesus was crucified.
I don't know much about religion.
Well, now you know.
So
And I was gonna watch Jesus Christ Superstar while kind of cosplaying Jesus, but like sexy.
is this like a big problem? I don't know.
It was.
I'm
Gonna,
like
I was
stupid.
so worried about it that I was like gonna have a no posting policy at the birthday. And but one of my best friends is devoutly Catholic, and so she was considering flying into town for the birthday, and I was like, just so you know, when you get here, I will be dressed as sexy Jesus, and I don't want you to be mortified by the blasphemy happening in my backyard. So before you get here and are stuck around that, like, just know this is the plan. So I was feeling angsty about it, but I was like, when am I going to turn 33 again? Never. So like, let's do a whole Last Supper, you know? Anyway, that changed because I tried to watch Jesus Christ Superstar with Joe this last weekend to prepare him for the festivities, and he immediately left the room and then texted me, I love you so much, but I'm not for Jesus Christ Superstar. It's not for me.
Is it like anti-religion? I don't
No, I think the beats, because it's like from the 70s, I think the sound of the music and the beats was making him incredibly anxious. And like James was on the couch like this. Like it's a different kind of, it's like trippy.
I love you so much, but like the way that we differ in specific things blow my mind. Like the way that you love karaoke and I would rather die, or the way that like some of your niche things that you like and I like can't comprehend even if I had like a workbook in front of me.
Right. Well, now we're gonna do Hedwig and the Angry Inch, and I ordered a Hedwig wig, and I'm either gonna wear like a 1-piece orange jumpsuit or like a 2-piece blue moment.
And of course, we're already fighting about the cake situation.
Oh no, I'm telling you, bring me the cake. I told you the cake I want.
It was ugly.
I really like that cake. I've seen that cake a few times on the internet, and I've been like, wow, I hope someone gets me this cake for my birthday. And then you were like, I'll bring a cake to your birthday.
Well, no,
and I was like, bring me this one. And he goes, it's ugly.
This series of events is all skewed for you. I said, well, what kind of cake would you prefer? Because I'm bringing the cake because I know cake is of no priority to you. And she's like, well, I'm not going to eat it anyway, so it doesn't matter. 3 hours later, she sends me a TikTok of an arguably ugly cake.
I don't think it's
And
ugly.
I just
Do you want to
didn't-
see it, Chris?
No, well,
Keep going.
go to the no, because then music's gonna play and it's
No,
gonna give us
music's not gonna play.
copyright.
It's on mute.
You go to the very end. I don't like the color mixing at the very end. It's
That's
a
literally
heart-shaped
the color
cake.
scheme of my birthday party, by the way.
Oh.
It's hot pink and orange.
This is why
This
we
is me
can't
naked
look
in the
things
bathtub,
up.
Chris. You looked. I'm telling
Why
your boyfriend.
wouldn't he?
I don't know. It was a weird trap.
This is like a 40-second TikTok.
We can fast forward. Oh my God.
I
Go
hate
on
you
with your
so
rage.
much right now.
Go on with your rage.
Well, I can't because Lizzie.
Here, just look at it.
Should I look? Oh, okay, cool.
It's a purple heart with hot pink and orange frosting and disco balls.
Those colors like offend me though. It's like a muted lavender with a really like weird orange with a pale pink. Like,
Well, then make sure you tell her you don't want muted colors.
yeah, like the
I-
cake is fine. The colors are not.
I would take it all orange.
Okay.
Okay.
What was our cake drama years ago?
Oh, you didn't like that no one ate the cake at my birthday party.
And people ran with that and like were actually angered.
At
I don't
you.
like I don't watch
They were
anything
mad at
about
you.
me because like I personally like to stay in a happy state of mind.
I
but,
think something else must have been going on at the time because I do think it was actually picked up by a drama channel.
like how funny that people are upset that
Something
I was
else
upset
must-
that people didn't consume cake on a birthday party. Like I welcome that so much. You know, like if you want to make 500 videos about me upset about people not eating cake, go off.
Go off.
Spread the word, sis.
Let him know.
And let everyone else know too that I'm just fiending for cake.
He's like, let the people have their cake.
What a time.
What were they mad about?
They were mad there. I don't know.
They
I
were
can't
mad at
remember.
me for everything back then.
But they like
I
part
could've
of it, they were
breathed.
like, let Lizzie not eat her cake. Like he didn't force feed me cake. Nobody waterboarded me with a cake, bro. Like it was all good fun. I don't know.
I could have done anything back then and they would have been like, he turned left instead of right.
That bitch. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Lizzie's ad reads. This week, I am so excited to share with you the Lizze silk pillowcase. I am frigging obsessed. If you watch the show, you know that I have been suffering from my husband's sleep demon, and it has been a hellacious experience to get a good night's sleep. However, I was blessed and received a Lizze pillowcase, and since I have started sleeping on that thing, I have had a brilliant night's sleep. Do not have to wake up in the middle of the night to flip my pillow. It stays a nice, cool temperature. At the same time, it keeps my hair from getting a frizzy mess, which is insane because of the silk in it. I don't know, it's science. And it's also really good for my skin. It has anti-aging effects. I guess cotton can kind of like absorb bacteria and dry out your flesh and like cause you to have acne on your face. Sometimes people don't realize that like a big part of your skin routine should be the sheets that you sleep on. And with the Lizze pillowcase, which is just easy to wash at home, I'm noticing that my skin is getting clearer because it's not just festering in bacteria all night, which is dope. As a person who's now living their best sleep life, giving myself high quality care even while I'm sleeping, I've decided that this is going to be the gift that I give to everybody for every season, always and forever, because it is the gift that keeps on giving. Lizze silk pillowcases are the best ones on the market. They have a ton of different prints and colors, and they make great gifts because there's an option for literally anyone. Men love them too. Joe's actually been asking for a silk pillowcase forever, and I picked some up from like another store that were like satin instead of silk, and they tried to say that it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. Stop fooling yourself. Get Lizze. They have over 1.5 million raving fans, and I am one of them, and you could be next. Try now risk-free for 60 nights at blissy.com/sip and get an additional 30% off. That's BLISSY.com/sip and use code SIP to get an additional 30% off. You'll wake up feeling better than ever, and maybe it'll save your husband's life.
Our surrogate's flying in today.
Well, that's exciting. Does she want to come to my birthday party?
Probably not.
See? No one can make it.
And I like wasn't anxious, but now I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, that's why I was like, we should be doing
it's all
something.
happening.
Yeah. What are you gonna do tomorrow?
Go to the transfer.
Well, how long does that take?
I'm like lightheaded just thinking about it.
Are you
Like,
gonna
I
be
could
there
pass
all
out right
day?
now. No, I think it's less invasive even than like an egg retrieval, because they like stick something up.
Are you guys gonna squirt the baster?
I don't know if that's an option.
Could be fun.
I feel like, I don't know, the doctor's probably more precise than I would be.
Do you need a precise basting?
I mean,
I don't know how any of this works. I'm assuming there's a baster involved. There might not be.
I've learned a lot throughout this process. I didn't understand why leading up to the transfer, the surrogate had to be on estrogen shots. And I guess it like thickens the uterus wall to prepare it even more so for pregnancy. And leading up to it, she had to get her blood work done every week leading up to it. And she had to get an ultrasound to make sure that everything like looked good. And at all times it like could have like been defaulted or like changed around, but it looks like we're finally here.
Oh my god.
And Shane like can't stop buying baby clothes.
Oh my god.
Every day I walk into another package,
Jesus.
a new baby outfit.
Are they all cute?
He already has, oh my gosh, they're so cute. And he's already has like all the lists printed out. We're like deep diving on YouTube
Lists?
about the products we
that
need
you
for
need.
our infant and our newborn.
I think a big purchase that you wouldn't think about is a sound machine that's portable. You want one for each one of the strollers.
I was just going to add it to my baby list. I have an ongoing baby list. Every time somebody recommends a product to me, I have to put it down, you know?
Because my friend Katie has one for her baby, and we were somewhere, and like we took that bitch to fucking Costco. She slept right through it. All this stuff. We get home, and there's something just on the ground going like. And I was like, Katie, what the fuck is that noise? And she's like, oh, that's the baby's sound monitor. That's why she's been asleep this whole time. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Why does it have to be such a crazy noise? Because
I mean, it's just, that's my white noise. And it looks, if you close your eyes and you don't look at my face, it's not that crazy.
No, I've heard a few of them, and I'm like, why is it such an aggressive noise? Why can't it just be like a subtle calming noise?
You could use our nightmare music if you want.
Feels the opposite of calming.
I mean, the nightmare music's pretty good. If you wanted to use that.
Okay, well, do you have anything else?
I'm just excited. I feel like no matter what, you guys should have a whole day packed and planned so that you're not just shaking out of control at your house. Like, it's a nerve-wracking fucking day. You're getting pregnant. 9 months from now, your life is fucking changing.
I mean, please God. We hope that the pregnancy takes and you never, like...
See, can I say that controversial thing that I like to say?
Yeah, what? Wait, what is it?
Okay. So this might be dark, But I do want to say, because I've never said it on this page or whatever, but I'm definitely pro-choice. And I feel like were we in a situation where you were 2 weeks pregnant and you didn't want it, we would be actively pursuing an abortion as if this baby was coming full term. So when my friends are freshly pregnant, I like to actively pursue excitement about a baby that's going to be full term. That's the optimism in me. Some people like to wait to get excited, and I get that. But in either scenario, I like to choose to be on the side of a baby's going full term.
Right. I mean, but
optimistically,
we haven't got the positive pregnancy test yet.
No, I know, but like they're 2 weeks old, right?
I think so. From what I've Googled, like the embryos that are formed and whatever are.
I mean,
like,
I feel like this is my journey.
Okay. Right.
With your baby.
Right. No, we might go meet her tonight, depending on like how her travel day is. I was like, we can have like a little meet and greet tonight if you want.
Do?
I mean, we probably just go to dinner or something.
Yeah.
I was like, no pressure either
In
way
public?
because it's like, I mean, I don't know. She's staying closer to the clinic than up here, so.
Right. Is that in LA? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is exciting. Are you okay?
Yeah. No, I'm good.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
It's like I'm looking at you and you're pregnant.
Right.
It's crazy.
I know. I've been waiting for this day for so long. So I hope, I mean, at this point, it was yesterday when it actually happened.
Right. So he's pregnant.
I mean,
I'm choosing.
and that's Shane too. Shane's like, no, you've got to believe. And I do believe.
Yeah.
I really do. I
yeah.
do.
I believe with my whole heart.
Me too.
Just like if you didn't want these pregnancies, I'd be
Okay.
like, let's go.
Okay. Do you have anything else to cover before we get into hot topics?
Anything more controversial than
Yeah. I was trying to have a sweet, like,
No, I'm just saying.
baby moment. And
I think both things can be.
we
You
do
know,
not
nothing's better than liberty and babies.
and
you
the
know what
drama
I'm
channels
saying?
talk about me.
I know.
And I'm the problem. It's me.
The other funny thing is, like, yesterday my vlog went live and it's like, let's talk about God. But for real.
I can't figure out why you keep adding this to the freaking list. Like,
What?
I don't
Oh,
care.
that Megan Fox is
I
ginger
keep-
now? You wouldn't care because nobody gives a fuck about ginger rights. We have all these bitches out in these streets with normal skin pigments parading about as if they're gingers, like they know what this hard life is like, and they don't.
Okay, Megan Fox dyeing her hair like Jessica Rabbit red does not make her skin complexion
Okay,
change.
no, it doesn't.
Does not make
Exactly my
her
point.
identify as any more of a
Exactly
redhead.
my point. She's
So-
cosplaying a lifestyle that she knows nothing about.
Okay.
For 3 weeks, I've had on the docket Megan Fox is a ginger
And
now.
I haven't taken
and
it
he
off. I
he
move
has
it- no,
not
no.
included it. Every week he has not included it.
No, I move it to the bottom because it feels like to me like
Well, guess what's on the top
it
now?
feels like, oh, we can just brush by this as something like before we get into advice. But she keeps moving it to the top. And I'm like, there's no news here. What's the news?
The news here is I think everybody needs to take a second and start appreciating the beauty that is redheads and the oddity's not the right word.
Can I tell you something? I'm married to a redhead. My best friend is a redhead.
Yeah.
I stand in solidarity with the redheads.
Thank you for finally saying that. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate it. We really do. Wow, that was so loud.
And everyone
No,
just
but
clicked
honestly,
out. Okay.
there's jokes about us, Casper nips, soulless, daywalkers. The assumption is that we're hideous. Well, guess what, motherfucker? We're fucking beautiful, no matter how freckly or translucent our flesh may be. I don't give a fuck that my nipples lack in pigment.
Do they?
What they lack in pigment, they make up for in style. I stand proud with my ginger brethren and sisterin. And I'm sick as fuck of you fakies out here parading about as though you know a goddamn thing about what it's like to be a ginger. You've heard the word ginger used derogatory. I'm sick of it.
Queen.
Enough is enough.
But they can still have red hair.
I'm pro-choice and pro-ginger.
I know, but let them have their red hair.
Yeah, enjoy it. You'll never know the true splendor of being unique.
I mean, their roots are going to come in a month. And
Yeah, we see your roots.
I mean, if you're Megan Fox, maybe they won't. Like, I'm sure she has a really good hairstylist.
Yeah, no, I think I already see her roots.
Okay, so Kim Kardashian has been announced to be in the new season of American Horror Story. I gagged. You didn't even reply. You know what? We're like growing apart as the time goes
replied.
on. No, you didn't.
Oh, no. I texted you about this because I saw it on Instagram and saw that underneath the likes was Ryland Adams.
No, you didn't text me. And in fact,
I'm pretty sure I
you.
took a screen grab.
You didn't text me back. I'm not going to go prove it right now because
Prove
it's
it.
going to take too long to find.
I think in the room where someone's memory is being called into question, it's not mine.
Well, then now I'm going to have to look it up.
God, I'm wrong again.
While I'm looking it up, you talk about all the times Kim Kardashian has been a famous actress.
Okay, so here's my beef with it. Kim Kardashian has never been good. And
Whoa,
she's had like a litany.
She's exactly the actress that I aspire to be.
No.
In a lot of, she's
You're a little better than Kim
She's
Kardashian.
appeared in like Two Broke Girls.
Yeah, but she's affected every time she comes in and she's like, yeah, I'm Kim, and this is my line, and now I'm gonna go. Chris, you moved the camera.
Sorry.
He knocked it. It's all good. No, it's okay, Chris.
No cutting. Just get us back to looking pretty. The thing is, though, like, if anyone's going to make Kim Kardashian look and act great, I do believe it's Ryan Murphy alongside Emma Roberts. I do need the two of these women together in my life.
I just don't know how. I don't think she can carry a show.
I
thought she was good fun on SNL. I think she works really hard.
11/11, make a wish. Okay.
I didn't make a wish. I just made a sound.
Well,
God damn it. Is it already 11/12?
Nope. I think if anyone's going to make her look great, it's going to be Ryan Murphy, and I'm serious about it.
I don't have the same confidence.
Okay. Well, I would say you're a harsher critic when it comes to entertainment than me in general.
I would agree with that.
Okay. So?
I mean, so what do you mean? I don't think
This is your story. She's had cameos in a million things.
Yeah, and
What's
she was
your point?
awful in every cameo. That's my point. She's been awful in every cameo. I've never seen Kim Kardashian come in with a line that they put in her mouth to speak back and have it seem natural and not fucking weird.
I love that she shows up for seemingly every project somebody asks her to do related to acting, though. It's like
she really
doesn't say no.
does.
She
Like
shows
Drop
up.
Dead Diva, CSI, fucking bottom of the barrel shit that I could only hope to book. Honestly, these are the roles
It's
that like fresh actors are like, please God, get me a
I
day
know, but
player
it's
on CSI, and
it's like
Kim
the
like
diss
walks
compliment.
in.
It's like, I would love it, but it's trash for Kim. It's like, let it be a
no,
win
it's
for
not.
her too.
It's trash for everyone. Let's be real about that. But it's also a win.
Okay. Gosh, I've been scrolling forever and I cannot find where I texted you about Kim Kardashian. We just text so much. We're just such good friends.
Or did we? I couldn't look through mine because you made me delete all my messages to you.
Well, that's because you say weird shit.
We did pass by Kylie Jenner and Timothy
find
Chalamet enjoying a secret taco date in LA.
You did? You passed by it?
No, you just jumped straight to Kim Kardashian.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the weird couple continues to be a weird couple.
I'm still here for it.
Or do you think they're just like friends?
I don't know, man. I think they're more than friends, but there was some other bullshit drama that's not like real drama, it's fabricated, where they think that Timothy Chalamet at Coachella was like saying hi to a bunch of people and he intentionally avoided Justin Bieber, and they connected it back to Selena Gomez, but it's like, that's just false, because why would he be fucking Kylie Jenner if he was just a Selenator? Or what do they call themselves?
Selinator. I'm so
They call 'em
confused by that
Selenators?
string of events.
Yeah. He
But
just doesn't know
Kylie
Justin
Jenner
Bieber.
is friendly with Justin, I'm assuming, because
Oh, they're
Kylie's
like
always
good
with
friends.
Haley.
They're like good friends.
Okay.
I think they were friends with Justin before they were friends with Haley.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they were at a taco shop together. They drove their two SUVs. Their bodyguards drove them in SUVs to a random taco shop. Their bodyguards got their order, and then Tim got into Kylie's SUV. They sat there and ate tacos for 30 minutes and then drove off together into the night.
Sounds romantic as fuck to me. Am I wrong?
This is just so weird. Like,
I'm
what do you
like
think
kind of
Travis
living
is
with
thinking?
it. Who cares? Like, honestly, who cares what Travis is thinking? As far as I'm concerned, Travis was fucking side bitches the entire relationship he had with Kylie.
So maybe Timothy will be nice to Kylie?
I think Timothy is a genuine person, which is why his energy is so infectious, because no matter where he is, he can't help but to be himself. Like, there's a lot of viral things about Timothy Chalamet that just like tickle me to the core.
I guess I don't know enough about him. Sometimes, like, and I don't know his isms, but like, remember when you felt like Jennifer Lawrence's like relatable isms were like all put on and calculated?
Did I think that?
I thought you did.
I don't feel like I did.
Did you see the trailer for her new R-rated comedy?
Yeah, it makes me belly laugh every time she gets socked in the throat.
Yeah, I kind of like actually think it's going to be really great.
I think it's going to be really funny. There's some stuff in it, like I have beef with it in some areas, but she's just so great. Like this movie, I guess, is about a young boy who's about to graduate high school or who has graduated high school. It's the summer between high school and college. And he's never truly lived. So his parents put an ad out basically for a girl to come in and fuck him. Or as they say, date him hard. And Jennifer Lawrence is the woman that they hired to do it because she's hard up for cash and trying to save her family's home.
And I mean, her comedy hits in the trailer. Like
her comedy really fucking hits in the trailer.
I was like, wow, girl, you're doing
She's
the
funny.
thing.
She's a funny girl.
I'm very excited to see that movie. I don't know when or where it comes out, but
I'll see it with you.
Okay.
You'll probably see it with Shane, though. It's fine.
No, I don't think that's like a Shane movie.
Finally.
Oh, please.
I've never seen a film with you.
Okay.
10 years and not one film.
What?
Seriously, think about it.
We've never been to a movie together?
Oh,
No
that's a
way.
lie.
Oh.
What?
We've been to the movies
What
multiple times.
I can't think of one.
We remember when I was still drinking and I had to leave to go get a bottle of wine to finish the movie.
No. What
Yeah,
movie
we
was
saw
it?
Jurassic Park. I had a picture of it on my old Instagram.
Okay.
Jurassic Park 3D. And then we also went to $2 Tuesdays or whatever at that one that's now like abandoned on Laurel Canyon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Burbank.
Okay.
We've lived.
So you're interested in Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson?
Who's not?
I mean,
Are you not? You didn't read this article.
I did read the article, and I liked when Matthew McConaughey used to be in romantic comedies, like rom-coms.
Yeah. Those are his dark days.
They were great for me.
I'm sure they were. So there's an interesting thing here. Woody Harrelson's, they're both from Texas.
Okay.
Woody Harrelson's father, I believe, was a serial killer who's been put away in jail.
Like actually?
Facts on facts.
Whoa.
Now, these men who are friends and who, you know, arguably have a lot of essence in common and kind of some visuals in common.
I saw the side by side. It does, like, if you look quick, you can, I wouldn't say doppelgangers, but I
No.
would say similarities.
Similarities for sure. Within the same family, if you will.
Right.
Now, Woody, what's the other one's name? Matthew McConaughey's mother is alleging that she had relations with Woody Harrelson's father before he went to jail. And that Woody Harrelson's father could also be Matthew McConaughey's father because his mother stepped out on his relationship with Matthew's perceived father. But Matthew's like hesitant to get a test taken, like a paternity test on himself because he's identified this man as his father his whole life. So to change that now would be a little bit groundbreaking.
I guess it wouldn't change that dad is still, like, if he did the DNA test and it was positive, it wouldn't change the fact that his father figure is his father figure, but
Yeah.
it would be mentally fucking for sure.
Yeah.
Especially if you learn that your biological dad is a serial killer that is locked up in prison.
He might be dead now. But the whole thing is just so crazy to me. Like, what are the odds that this woman... that these two men, both from buttfuck Texas, are two of the most famous men.
Maybe they do have
two
the
of the
same
most
dad
famous actors.
to have the
Yeah.
genetics to push through to the top.
Oh, you think it's genetics?
I don't know.
I mean, I would love an excuse to not succeed. You know what I'm saying? Because your girl's tired of trying. I'm genetically disposed to not do well.
Right.
Yeah, it's a nice excuse. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that's fucking wild.
And they're friends, and their kids call
And
each
they're
other
friends.
like uncle.
Yeah, well, they call the other man uncle.
Right.
Yeah. Not like each other.
Right.
But no, I do want our kids to call each other uncle. But that's crazy. Is it not crazy?
No, it is crazy.
Okay.
Crazy.
Crazy.
I don't know who Woody Harrelson is, but I do know Matthew McConaughey. I saw the picture of Woody Harrelson.
I'm sure you know who Woody Harrelson is. Have you seen The Hunger Games?
No. I've
Okay.
like seen a clip, but I haven't seen.
Maybe you don't know who Woody Harrelson is.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Which brings us to our next topic,
You know I can't see.
the Rainn Wilson.
Oh, okay. So Rainn Wilson, aka Dwight Schrute of the Americans version of The Office, was on an airplane somewhere when the person sitting next to him was watching The Office and had no idea he was Dwight Schrute.
I saw this on my Instagram Explore page too. I feel like it's going viral everywhere.
Yeah.
What I thought was crazy is that he's like filming himself on the front facing camera, but like turns the front facing camera around to him. I'm like, how did the guy not realize?
Straight up boomer shit.
Like,
too.
how did you get all of that footage without the guy ever noticing?
I mean, he's engrossed in The Office. It's a great show.
And then Lizzie begged the question, how many times has Ryland been in the presence of a celebrity and not known it? And the answer is probably a lot. Over the past 10 years?
A lot.
Probably a lot.
Probably a lot.
I've probably waited on so many celebrities, I couldn't even tell you.
Mm-hmm. I could probably tell you a few that you're surprised by, and
I
you
know.
still wouldn't know who they are if I named them.
Exactly. Like the ones I got excited about were Reese Witherspoon, Marsha Cross from Desperate Housewives. I literally almost died when she walked into the room. Oh my gosh. Speak of redheads, I love.
You do love a redhead.
She's like such an angelic redhead to me.
ally.
Like she walked in that front door and it was like a movie moment for me. Like the sky cleared, the light shined bright, her red hair. She had like a drop shadow behind her.
Wow.
And she sat down right in front of the window and I was like, oh my God. Wow.
Wow.
Same when Reese Witherspoon walked in.
I love that for you. I love that for you a lot. I had a moment like this when I was working at that denim clothing store on Abbot Kinney. I was a sales girl for a really long time and I hated my job. So I would mostly just write or like watch movies while I was on the floor and on an iPad because I'd be alone at this. It was a boutique and my shifts were alone. And I was watching the Entourage movie on my iPad and this man comes in to buy some pants and he goes, "Oh, what are you watching?" And I went, "The Entourage movie." He's like, "What do you think?" I was like, "It's whatever."
Who is it?
He's like, "I'm in that." And I was like,
Who is it?
"Oh, I couldn't tell you." To this day, I couldn't tell you. I was like, "Oh, like, who are you in it?"
It's like Adrian
Like, I
Brody.
didn't know what to say. It wasn't Adrian Brody. It wasn't one of the main cast. Does Rob Lowe have a brother? It might have been Rob Lowe's brother if Rob Lowe has a brother.
I mean, Entourage is my favorite show of all time. I know everyone thinks it's like problematic looking back,
Yeah.
but I don't care. I love it so much.
Are you Googling if Rob Lowe has a brother?
I keep trying, but I have no reception.
Are you not on Wi-Fi?
Today I can't connect for some reason.
Oh.
It's like nothing's on my.
I was having that too.
Wow.
But yeah, I think it was Rob Lowe's brother, but it went on for too long where I was just like, "Oh, is it like a big part?" He's like, "Oh, I'm just playing myself." And I was like,
Oh, so it's a cameo. So he's probably famous if he's famous enough to play
I
a
don't
cameo.
know who, if it's Rob Lowe's brother, I don't think so.
Okay, moving on to Courtney and Travis's wedding series on it's a series, it's not a one-off.
Bro, I think it's 3 episodes.
I've had enough.
I have too.
I
And
like both of them. Like
yeah.
I like Travis, I like Courtney, but like it's too much. Like I thought the whole last season was about like their whirlwind romance and they're getting engaged and them getting married. It's like enough.
Yeah, also like everything that we're seeing, they're like, these are our personal archives that we're sharing for the first time. It's like,
They
no,
happened
this
a
was
year ago.
all over your guys' Instagram for months. You put like I saw every piece of footage. I knew everything that was coming because I've seen it on your Instagram.
So you did watch it.
Of course I watched it. The point being, like, let's have a no post policy. Chloe's keeping her son's name a fucking secret so that we have some semblance of a fucking reveal on the Kardashians. Y'all couldn't just not post Machine Gun Kelly singing at your wedding for 5 fucking months. You couldn't just chill your bill to make this worth it. I almost started my Hulu account again to see this. I didn't. I used somebody else's password, so you're not gonna get me, Miss Chloe. It's not Chloe, is it?
I don't know how
Courtney?
like if I really run out of things to watch, maybe like 6 months from now, I'll dive in and like take a peek. But
It's calming.
just-
It's calming.
I don't
you know what
know,
I mean? Like,
like,
you can just go. You can take a little.
I don't
little
really want to
snoozy
like
through it.
It's just
It's akin to nightmare music.
I'm happy for them. I really am. I just feel like you could have just put that footage in the Kardashian episode coming up, and I would have seen it there, and it would have been fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, good for them collecting the checks. I'm sure they got paid a lot more money to do like a one-off little series about the wedding.
And I do feel like Travis Barker and Blink-182 are just like really having a moment right now. They closed out Coachella night 1, and Tom whatever came to the stage for the first time, and the band was reunited for the first time
All
in 9
three
years.
of them. So they kicked out the new guy. They're like
guess,
to the sidelines
yeah.
because Tom
Well,
decided
that's
he
what
wants
you
to
get,
come
you
back.
fucking loser. You're not an OG. No one even knows your name.
I do love Blink 182.
I do too.
Are we going to Coachella next weekend?
I think it's over, bro. We've missed it.
You don't? Are you?
It's not the same lineup every week.
Hello? Yes, that's 2 weekends.
I don't think it's the same lineup.
I do think it is.
Do you really? Is it? Chris, get internet service. We need the people want answers.
Here, I'll give you my internet, Chris.
Okay.
Or here, just Google on my phone.
Okay.
What food were you Googling?
Barney, we were getting food for.
Cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same. I prove me wrong, dude. I've never been to Coachella.
I do.
You'll never
Lizzie
catch
was
me
like,
there either.
on Friday morning, she's like, so now that we do last minute trips, are we going to Coachella? And I was like, I can't because I'm like getting pregnant this week, but hit me up next Friday and not a day before.
I mean, I keep trying to pull the trigger on Hawaii.
I know, but like what you don't understand is Hawaii is like depressing a little bit. I mean, to me,
I don't think
the
so.
vlogs, I've never been. The vlogs, when I watch everyone going to Hawaii, it just seems like I could have more fun in Mexico as like a vacation destination.
Let me take you to Hawaii.
I'm not saying Hawaii sucks for everyone that lives there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I've never been and I enjoy
He's never
Mexico.
been, but he'd like to declare that it's a little depressing.
No, yeah, because I get island, like I get
He
island.
gets this feeling that it's just a little bit of a downer.
Yes, it always looks like a little bit cloudy and like a little bit sad. I feel the island fever from like far away. You
Yeah,
have to
that's
fly over the
insane.
ocean the
This is
entire time to
crazy.
get there, and I have a fear
Even
of
Chris
flying.
is wincing. Even Chris knows you're full of shit. You know, Chris was basically Hawaiian for 10 years.
Mexico is
And he's oh no, where Chilean?
What? Peruvian.
Peruvian.
Mexico is a short 2-hour flight. Hawaii is what, 4.5 hours?
Yeah, 4 or 5.
And all over water. Like that's my biggest nightmare.
Yeah, so I would say you don't know what you're talking about.
Obviously, I've never been.
And I'm going to just book a Costco trip to fucking Hawaii for 3 days and we're going to go live our best lives.
Okay, I'm sure I would love it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's nothing I would enjoy more.
I would also try to think of some extreme sporting things we could do.
Oh gosh, we
Like
can't just
ATVing.
sit.
We'll probably end up just going to a few Best Buys. Chilling.
I have an update.
What's the deal? What's the deal?
So Coachella has the same lineup each weekend.
Okay, so are we
Apparently.
going?
Maybe
What the fuck?
we have to ask our husbands, and I don't know, because you have to find a place to stay too, which like the week of would be like, I'm sure everything's times 4.
Can't
for
you
a
just
room.
sell your soul to someone and get in onto a fucking influencer house?
I don't think anyone cares about me like that.
I do.
I know you do.
I
but
would
don't
put you in
think,
my
like,
house.
The general
Do you want to
public
come
is
stay at
like,
my house?
in Coachella? You have a house in Coachella
No, in Van
Valley?
Nuys.
Oh, we'll just drive the 3.5 hours in.
And then we'll come home.
I guess you could because you're sober.
Honestly, I would not mind going for it because I don't really want to stay.
I
I
don't-
don't think I could do that because I'm watching all these influencer girlies and they're like unwell.
Seems awful.
Like day 3, they're like,
Hey, yes, we're gonna go back out, and this is the outfit I have planned for this date, and I'm just not gonna glam. I'm just gonna put these sunglasses on.
I'd rather just be like Kim Kardashian and fly to Katy Perry in Vegas, where it's like a one thing where I'm not like in the desert
Yeah.
choking on dirt around 100 million people.
did you see Katy Perry brought Northwest up on
Uh-huh.
stage? God damn. That child. Do you know who else got to go with her?
Who?
Selena Gomez's sister.
Selena.
Selena. Keep your eye out. Selena Gomez's sister got to go up on stage. Do you know that?
Wait, was Selena there?
I don't think so. She's
And
just friends with North. Her
So
little
Kim
sister.
took Selena's sister with her
And
on
get
Kim
this.
Air?
Dude, get this.
Did you see Kim Air?
Yeah.
It was on her Instagram. So I was just like, damn.
Have you not seen Kim Air?
No, I have, but like
Yeah.
she personalizes it for every trip.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like, wow,
pretty
these
cute.
kids are out of touch with reality.
Oh, for sure, Z's. But have you seen all of the things that fucking Selena's little sister has gotten to enjoy?
No.
She exchanged friendship bracelets with Taylor Swift while Taylor Swift was on stage during the Eras tour.
So nothing. Taylor's just going to be silent about this breakup on her tour.
Yeah, probably.
I went on TikTok. That's how desperate, I had to
Yeah.
have been. Like, I'm searching the night she went back to her tour after the breakup was announced. I was searching everywhere on TikTok to try to see what she was going to say. And basically all she said is like, these songs could be applied to your life, to my life. Who knows? Let's just all enjoy the music. And I was like, girl.
I mean, I think that's her confirming. Also, she's never seen out unless she wants to be seen out. Like
Who,
she's
Taylor?
Yeah, she's the queen of like, I'm going to wear a fucking full body prosthetic so that you don't know it's me.
Which I very much think has paid off in the long run for her, because there aren't many pop stars you don't know everything about their life anymore with social media. And it does add to the allure of her. It's like mysterious.
Yeah.
She's like, you only know what she gives you, which is her music. And I've got to say, like, I've never been more obsessive over somebody than I have over Taylor Swift in this past week.
Because you
And
just
it's,
don't get to know.
borderline unhealthy.
But she was spotted out at dinner. And people think that her being spotted out at dinner alone in New York is confirmation of her and Joe's split. And the backup shit that Dumois or whatever published is that the two of them had been coming apart for a while, and they decided to use the Eras tour, and I guess he's going off somewhere to shoot something, and they're using that as a break period. But now they're also saying that Taylor thought that this might make him miss her and that would bring them back together. But there's speculation now that the announcement of the break and the breakup came from Joe's camp. So if that's true, he's a real
Like, put it
pussy ass bitch.
because he's trying to like put her, because it is mentally taxing. Like, if Taylor's never going to show it, but if like the whole world's talking about you in that way, and then you have to go on stage knowing like the whole world like me is Googling you like a motherfucker
Yeah.
on every social media platform because for some reason we're obsessive and we want to know. It's like he knew that that would disrupt, and that's what he could control is like, you know.
Yeah, it sounds like he was too scared to break up with her. Sorry, my ears are plugged. And that he went out of his way to do it in a pussyfoot way. And honestly, dude, like, we were going to hate you no matter what.
Honestly.
We were going to fucking hate you no matter what. And if this is true, which it doesn't even really matter if it is or isn't because it's been speculated about and we will take it as fact until we get something else. We hate you more. Like, honest to God, bro, like, we hate you more. And before, we were just bored of you. Like, just bored.
I couldn't watch this show, and that's all I ever knew
I
of
can't
him.
even tell you the name of his show, even though you've told me multiple times, because
Conversations with
anytime you say
Friends.
Joe Allen, I'm just like, I get the sleep demons.
Okay, we do have some like good submissions, so I don't know. Can we skip over the last things?
I mean, do you not feel like Millie Bobby Brown getting engaged at 19 is a hot button issue?
I mean, I think I don't know.
And then
anything
everyone's
about,
just like, congratulations, girl, this is great.
I don't know anything about her or her. Like, I don't even know who she's engaged to. But I don't think
John
anybody
Bon Jovi's son.
should be engaged at 19.
Bon Jovi's son. Crazy.
Like,
I
I think
say pump the brakes, lady.
I think 30 is like
Yeah,
is
listen.
a young age to still be getting married.
I don't agree with that. But I do think had I married the man I thought I was going to marry at 19, I would be in jail, probably prison, and he would be dead. So, you know, really, well, I guess I'm on the brink of prison and my husband's on the brink of death at this time as well. So this might be a moot point. Don't ever get married. Don't ever get married.
I'm sure they're in love, and this is a celebration of their love. We hope it goes the long distance, but it's like
Their frontal lobes are not formed.
Just-
We need to stop doing permanent shit before our frontal lobes form.
stay engaged, girlies.
Yeah. I love that you're always on the side of stay engaged.
What?
No, I think it's great.
I mean, if you're
I've been watching the Shane Dawson podcast.
if you're head over heels in love with somebody and you want to get engaged, great, but just figure it out for a few years.
Yeah, don't do anything permanent until your frontal lobe has formed.
And that's-
even then, give yourself a few years to realize, like, oh my God, my frontal lobe is formed. You know what I'm saying?
We have a few more doppelganger submissions.
Oh no.
Okay, so this first one's for me. This woman emailed and said, I was watching the last podcast where you showed Lizzie's lookalike, and she said, well, I'm married to Ryland. Seriously.
What if it's just Ryland and this is his way of covering it up? He's been in a heterosexual marriage for years.
I wouldn't say it's exact, but like I feel like other people looking in have more of a weigh in than I do.
Yeah.
He's a good looking guy for sure. They're a cute
I mean,
couple.
I see it. They are beautiful.
They're such a
He
cute
is a
couple.
beautiful man. I don't see you.
Wow.
He is beautiful.
Are you ready? They're like such a good looking couple together.
Like, honestly, such a good looking couple.
Okay, so then this girl says, I was watching this week's episode where you were talking about Lizzie's doppelganger, and there's another pop star I have always thought looked like Lizzie. Her name's Audra Miller, and she's the lead singer for First to 11. And tell me when you look quickly, that's not you.
No, all these women are like way prettier
Look at
than
Chris.
me.
I know it's dark, but it's like, it really does look like Lizzie.
No, all these women have
Look
rhinoplasties
at
and
you,
I don't.
and when you do your hair part like that,
Oh.
that is you.
It's close.
Literally Lizzie when she does her hair part like that. Oh my gosh. When you were a singer. Does it suck for you that all your doppelgangers are singers?
I gotta say, my whole life, I felt like the only way I could appropriately express what I'm feeling inside has been through song, and I just fucking suck at singing.
And all of her doppelgangers are singers. So it's like,
God, good
wow.
for them. Can we try to get my singer doppelgangers on the show?
Yeah, that would be fun.
I would like to talk to them. I want to know what's up. What's my dream like? What's it like living my dream?
I think we should reach out to
What's
both
it like
of them.
living my dream, being 50 pounds lighter and having a rhinoplasty?
Stop it. Okay. This person left a voicemail. I would play it, but I might have a breakdown if it doesn't connect. And we all know how that goes.
Just try it. I think we figured out what the problem was last time.
Well, I have to open it on this one's more of like a hot tip. I'll just play it like this.
I just wanted to comment about a topic you brought up with the deepfake voice. Just something to point out that could be helpful for folks out there is to create like a passcode or a password that only your family knows, that you don't type back to each other. If they don't use that passcode, then it's not them. So that's something to keep in mind. I've had the same.
She was very nice after. Like she said, she loves the show. She watches every episode. But I just think that's like a very hot tip is like to avoid this kind of thing.
Yeah, so just in case that was hard for anyone to hear, this woman called in to follow up on the AI deepfake voice scams that we brought up a few weeks ago. People are getting phone calls from loved ones in distress, needing huge sums of money and transferring money without asking any questions because they think it's their son or their daughter.
So realistic, people are falling for them.
And there's such realistic scams, people are falling for them. But the reality of the situation is it is an AI voice simulating your loved ones and someone is stealing your money. So she's saying that a hot tip is to use a password or a secret code with your family.
In an emergency.
In an emergency situation. And honestly, this is brilliant. It's something that we've been taught to do with our children, where if someone's picking you up from school, they said, your mom told me to come get you. It's like, all right, yeah, right, bitch. What's the password? And then if the adult doesn't know the password that you and your family use, then you do not get in that person's car.
Wow.
And I think the same should be true about the AI thing, but she's taking it one step further. Do not text this word between each other,
right,
because if it's in writing on a technology piece, people can find it. It's a spoken password between you and your family members, and you do not share it on the internet or via text message.
And if you're not face to face, then it's just something you prompt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I just thought it was like a hot tip.
Yeah.
As we go into AI really taking over the world, like when you go into a lot of these like AI systems now, like Chat GPT and stuff, when like people are substituting their work life for these things, it is getting scary. Like we're honestly months or years away from this like being so disruptive to how all of us are living our life.
Oh, dude, I was hearing that even like sex work, because people are now using AI imagery to replicate the most popular porn searches on the internet and creating these entire pornos for people to watch that are full-blown AI.
Crazy.
Making huge money off of it and doing very little. Why don't we do that? Every time I hear a scam like this, I'm like, why don't I do that?
Okay, and here's our first actual submission for advice, though. Hi, Lizzie and Ryland. I'm a big fan of the podcast, and I need your advice, though. I've been with my girlfriend for a year and a half, and we're very much in love. We have great communication, and I know she's the love of my life, but we have a problem with intimacy. I always initiate sex, and she very often turns me down. She says she doesn't need it very often, a lower libido than me, but I do. It's really impacting me and my happiness in the relationship. In the beginning, it wasn't like that, and she was happy with the quality and quantity of sex we were having. I don't know what to do to improve the situation because we already talked about it a lot, and I'm scared it's going to be what's going to break us apart. What can I do to change the amount of sex, or to change that and have sex more often with my girlfriend without forcing her to do anything? Love you so much, and thank you for your advice.
Do you have any ideas?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Like we had Katie on Shane's podcast, who is a licensed therapist, and that won't come out for a while, but she was saying that like the biggest reasons for divorce are sex, finances, and then once you bring kids into the picture, like different parenting styles. And I think if you can't get on the same board about sex, it really is going to be a never ending battle. So I think like however you're approaching it right now isn't resonating with your girlfriend of how important it is to you. And I know that like when you're asking her for sex and she turns you down, that's like, also a big hit. It does feel like rejection inside of what's supposed to be your most special relationship. I would go about asking how sex inside of your relationship could be more enjoyable or more pleasurable for her. Like, what are you missing in our sex that makes it less fun, or that makes you need it less? Like, is that trying toys? Is that changing it up, going to a different location, doing anything to try to change it up? Because I'm sure you've obviously told her how much it means to you. I also think that sex in a relationship is sometimes the other person does have to just compromise and have sex when they don't want to have sex. And I always think that like sex does like bring you closer together. I feel like I feel more connected. Like if Shane and I haven't had sex in a few days and then we have sex, you do feel more connected again after you have sex, because it is like a very, I don't know, it's a very big portion of a relationship.
Yeah, I think in any given scenario, in every relationship, you can't control the other person's response, but you can control the way that you handle it. I think that if you're continually talking about your partner's lack of a libido, it puts more pressure on sexy time and it makes it less fun. So the more of a burden you put on this person about their lack of libido, I think it actually might be hindering their libido even more and pumping the brakes to some degree. And maybe you jack off more. Maybe you just go start masturbating a little bit and take the pressure off, and then revisit it in a soft way, in a soft, sexy way, like what you were suggesting. Find a way to make her feel sexy and wonderful and hot and ready. You know what I mean?
And as frustrating as it might be, taking it on as like a challenge and being like, how can I get her turned on to want to like naturally be in the moment to where we have sex, instead of like, we're both sitting on the couch, we just ate dinner, but I do want to have sex before we go to bed. So it's like, hey, can we have sex tonight? And she's like, no, like I'm not in the mood to have sex. Like maybe take it upon yourself to get creative with how you approach the situation.
Listen to her. Ask her what turns you on. Where do I touch you? Is it a belly rub? Is it a neck tickle? Do I bite your ear? Do you like to be kissed? Like, what is the best way to ignite your fire? What can I do for you? Not, I want you to fuck me even though you don't want to fuck. Like, there's not more of a full stop than that. That's got to be a conclusion that they come to on their own. And I do agree with you. I think that's right. I think sometimes you just have to decide, I'm going to have sex with my partner because they need it more than I do right now.
I think it's meeting in the middle. Like for your girlfriend, she's going to have to meet you in the middle. Yeah. And for you, you're going to have to take it on a challenge to make it more romantic or fun for her.
Yeah, but you can never demand that a person meet you in the middle. So that's why I'm saying for you, I would say, learn what this bitch is into, where she likes to be touched, what makes her feel like being intimate. Is there something in the back of her mind that you might not be aware of that she doesn't feel comfortable sharing with you? All of these things really take the pressure off of it, because there's nothing less sexy than being like, why don't you want to fuck me?
And the way you approach it or ask her might be triggering for her, or like in a way that like shuts her down or makes her feel weird or makes her be like, well, now I'm in the position that I have to say no again and I'm the bitch. So it might also be like maybe the new conversation after you've tried to be a little more creative in your approach is like, what is the best approach to make you feel like it's not something that has to happen right now, but let you know that like I am horny. Like, I think you just have to change the way that you're approaching in both your conversations about it and how you try to go about it naturally.
Yeah.
And I wish you the best. And I hope you guys have lots of good sex.
Godspeed.
Okay, let's do one more really fast.
Okay.
Hi, Ryland and Lizzie. I'm a 30-year-old female and dating a 50-year-old man. He's married with 2 young kids. He said his relationship is only based on raising kids, and I do believe him. He said he doesn't want to be he says he doesn't want to be open about our relationship because he doesn't want his children to suffer from their parents' divorce. I can understand that, as I am a child of divorce and found my parents' breakup pretty devastating, but I don't understand why he wouldn't tell his wife if nothing romantic is going on between them. Seems pretty weird to me. I would love some advice on what to do. Love you guys, and your podcast is fantastic.
End the relationship. end the relationship.
Yeah, to me, there's a couple layers to this, being that the married man, if he really wanted what was best for his family, it would be getting out of a relationship that's a dead end for him because it's probably making him miserable, and that's trickling down to his kids.
Yeah, if the children find out he's been having an affair this entire time, they're going to be damaged by it too, and they're going to fucking hate him. So this is not a person who's acting with the best interest of his family.
And as much as he's promised to you that, like, oh, it's only for the children, if he's not telling his wife, he's still romantically involved with her in some way, or he's not telling her about you. It's just not a safe.
It's messy as hell.
You're
dude.
always going to be killing yourself inside because you're like, I'm not good enough for it. Like, you're going to create stories and stories and stories where the fact is this guy's not ready to actually be in a relationship.
And he kind of sucks.
And you just got to cut him off.
He sucks ass, dude. This guy sucks ass.
And as much as you might like him or even love him, he's not meeting you in the middle, because if he really wanted to be in this relationship, he would have got out of his, or he'd be
He's hurting so many people. He's hurting you, he's hurting his kids, and he's hurting the wife that he's not romantically involved with. This guy sucks ass, dude. And he's a pussy.
I agree. We both agree that you should leave him, as much as it sucks. So I'm sorry for that harsh advice.
Yeah, I mean, just save yourself the time. Because this relationship's over as soon as you decide it is, and you waste as much time as you want to on it. But get out.
I agree.
Now or later, because it's never going to result in what you hope it will.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the podcast. Make sure you're following us all on social media. Lizzie had a new vlog go live yesterday. I had our Vegas video go live on Sunday. And Chris is also on social media as well. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. We love you. Goodbye.
And that's the sip. I felt the need to plug your embryos again.
Oh my God.
And Ryland's embryos went live yesterday.
Send prayers. Send prayers.
Let's manifest.